It is now attempt 2 to get the nose cones on, or I should say we're doing the port side now, and Matt and I are just by ourselves, which we're used to doing anyway, but we are going to do things a little more differently, and hopefully it will make it easier.
Got my executive look on today. We have learned from our mistake on the last one with only the 15-minute work time. It's a little too high of stress and too much chance of things going wrong. So we're gonna go back to a way that we've tried previously. Looking at it, we were just trying to figure out what's gonna be the least amount of stress possible when doing this. We're gonna completely flip things around. We are actually gonna put the bows in place, get them all trimmed up. Then we're gonna come through, we're gonna drill through in multiple spots, and we're gonna backfill. So inject with a caulk gun into those spaces and fill each one of them up as we go. The idea is it's gonna eliminate our stress because we can mix up small batches at a time. We don't have to worry about aligning this. It's gonna be already in place. The big thing is, of course, is making sure that we get full coverage in here. The benefit with the fiberglass is it's clear. So from the inside, we can see where each one of those adhesive, where the injections have gone, and to make sure we're filling everything in. We're gonna tape this seam here, and we're gonna tape from the inside as well. So it's gonna force the adhesive to go either up or down, and we'll have little screw holes here so we can see when it oozes out of this section, we know that that area from here to here is filled. Then we'll do the next section up and go all the way around and fill it in that way. We can do, they are 300 milliliter tubes, the caulk, empty caulk tubes that we have. So we can do small batches, 300 at a time. It means that we have 15 minutes to work with that adhesive. Once we get it in there, start injecting it, then toss that tube away, grab a new tube, and do the next section. So it's much more controlled. I think the product's gonna be better at the end because it'll be perfectly aligned, dry fit there. We can control everything. And then with us glassing on the inside and outside of these flanges, we're already making it incredibly strong just with the fiberglass itself. So this just, I hope this is gonna be better. The problem with it is if it doesn't work out, we are completely stuck because even one little section is enough to adhere and hold the whole thing into place. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but I think just that reduced stress and not having to be in a hurry and try to slam this thing into place is gonna be a much more enjoyable process for us.
Got a little swimming pool problem going on in the bow. Pretty soon.
At least we know it's watertight.
That's true. Right now we've got Matt and Tucker. They're gonna get it in place while Matt and I start taping things up. Oh, we didn't need to tape anything inside before it goes on, do we?
No, that's what's in there.
Okay.
Try not to wrap your fingers. Don't put your fingers. Don't do that.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go get my cloth. Okay.
Ready?
Yep. A little higher and. Gotta get it on the other side. Thanks, Tucker.
Hi, my God. This will be yours when we leave. Yeah.
God, lucky us.
Yeah, you guys get one.
It'll be your retirement gift.
Yeah.
Now that the guys have the nose cone just kind of placed on, what I need to do is the blocks that just hold it in place, not the ones that kind of push or pull the flange out, need to get some clear plastic tape on the back, because once we start having that methacrylate squeeze out all of the holes, it's going to get onto this, and if they don't have that plastic coating on there, they will be bonded on forever, and we can't have that.
Told Matt after what I did. When I was living here and still going to a shower.
Yeah.
And it's just
nice and open, so they're getting in before.
Yeah.
Definitely times would be nice to have another stall.
Getting everything aligned before we drill our holes, tape it, and get ready to fill.
Oh man, I hope this works.
Yeah, we're kind of screwed if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Terry, can you send us a new bow? We have to cut off the front of our boat.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Very bad. Alright, so if you take a look, you can see there's a gap right back here. And this is sitting flush. So the idea is I need to pull in this flange to get it so it's closer. Use a block with a little piece of plastic on it. Pull that tight. And try to eliminate as much of that as possible. I can pull it in just a little bit more. And there we go. So that's the idea, is around here, and then in areas that this side is too close, then we're gonna pull that out, and I'll show that in a minute.
Big old gap there, obviously nothing has been screwed in yet.
We've planned a lot of international trips over the years, and here's a trick we wish we'd known from the start. The prices you see for flights and hotels aren't always the best ones out there. Different countries get different rates, sometimes for the exact same room. But with NordVPN, you can change your virtual location in just one click and check prices as if you're browsing from almost anywhere in the world. Before booking our last trip, I ran a quick search through a few different countries. One of them showed a much better deal on the same hotel, and we saved over $100 just by switching our location. But here's the thing, it's not just about getting the best price. When you're hunting for travel deals online, especially last minute or through unfamiliar websites, you're at a higher risk of landing on a fake stores or scammy booking site. That's why I always have Threat Protection Pro from NordVPN enabled on my device. Nord's Threat Protection Pro actually warns you if you're about to click on a fake travel site, even if it looks legit. So now, not only are we finding better deals while planning our travels, we're also protecting ourselves from the sketchy side of the internet. Go to nordvpn.com/mjsailing to get an exclusive deal on a 2-year plan, plus 4 extra months free. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
Matt is making the last adjustments, and now I have to pop into that hole, go through the cutout holes, and tape the interior so that when we inject the methacrylate, it doesn't like squeeze out everywhere. I want to keep it contained right into that seam around the flange, which also means I'm about to get covered in fiberglass. Fun. And into the bowels we go. And no floor down here. So I get to stand once more on the webbing. Ooh. This brings back memories. I'm trying to get my foot through. Ow, that's pull muscle. Okay. And okay. And then on that side. Ooh! I'm gonna need a new piece of tape. But in general, you can see that is what the plan is to cover that so that nothing squeezes out into here where we have to grind it back. All right, one of the things I have found out is working best as I try this is I'm using the 2-inch painter's tape, but in some of the areas it's barely enough to spread across the gap and then still be able to adhere on each end. So I'm kind of getting it to the base of where it can just kind of overlap on the foam covered fiberglass. Most of it is the gap. So then I kind of get that in place, and it's obviously not going to be strong enough to hold, especially once there's a pressure of the methacrylate pushing in against it. So once I have that in place, I go on each side and do an overlap of the edge so that it does adhere to the foam on each end, and then just adds to the rigidity of it. Again, very low light area in here, but so the gap here, just kind of cover it with one piece of tape. And then down here, I come in from this edge, cover this, meet it in the middle, and over here, start further on the outside, meet in the middle. So unfortunately, a lot of tape, but in the end, still probably easiest overall to have this turn out exactly as we need it to. Trying to set the camera between my knees before I shoot the next spot. So as we get further down, that was the top. I'm now at the middle section. It is getting to be a larger, kind of like wider gap between the space. So my 2-inch piece of tape is not quite spanning that with any leftover to adhere to the side. So what I have to do now is bond 2 pieces of tape together. So these are about the same size. And then as I get toward the end of the roll, it's just rolling over on itself. So, these are nowhere near the same size. Okay, do a little like a 1/2-inch-ish overlap there. Create a nice wide strip. Let's get really tight in here. Oh. No, my gosh, get out of my way. Okay, here we go. Mind. Oh, nope, still not there. Haha. Now, I can span both sides. It's very interesting trying to do the bottom hole because I don't even know how I'm going to position myself in this space to stick my head and arms in there. Level 1, complete. Level 2, complete. Level 3. I think I'm gonna try and just get them all ready, like taped up on the side here, stick them to the wall, and then I'm gonna have to crouch down, fit my head and arms in there, try to have enough light to see. I don't know. Do not ask me how it's going. This area, I cannot get in. I can't see anything. I have to do it 100% by feel. Here's this crack. My nose. Definitely some extra tape needed on the inside of that. To begin mixing, we're each going to do 150 milliliters on here, mix those two together, and then they fit inside a caulk tube of 300 milliliters. So.
Okay, so we gotta be quick. So
rapidly. And count them again.
Okay. Okay. Down this guy here. And you got it cut already, it looks like.
You can already see the trail of it, just kind of coming down the crack. Matt has put our clear plastic tape across here so that we can visually see it, but none of it should squeeze out. And now it's coming out the holes, so it should be nice and filled.
I need to go check inside.
Okay. I don't see anything squeezing out of the tape.
Okay, we are done with the first project.
Oh, okay, so time to mix it more.
It's not blowing out there?
I don't see any. Can you give a little tap of where you are?
I think it's about the time.
Well, here I'll say this. It's like it's pushing against the tape, but it's not blowing it out. Okay. Okay. So it just pushed a little bit out right there, but otherwise it has stayed within the tape. We are 2 rounds into it now, and with 2 300 milliliter tubes, we have only gotten halfway. I can't remember how many tubes we've purchased, and of course the stuff will dry, so we can't really refill the same tube and keep using it. I don't know how many tubes we have, but the good thing is, should we actually run out of tubes before we can finish it, it's not gonna mess us up anymore. We can go back tomorrow or the day after we get some more in. But so far, things are going exactly as we want them. The prep took a lot of time, but the application right now is super easy.
We got some cleanup to do. There's a little bit that squirted out, but quite frankly, this was so much easier, so much less stress. It did take a lot more time to prep it, of course, to be able to put the tape on the inside and go through, and then the injecting it. That took a lot longer than what I actually thought too. That was like 2 hours of doing this versus, again, 15 minutes on the other side. Quite a difference in time. How the process went is we started from the top here, worked our way around, and each time we had that same 15-minute work time, of course, with mixing this up, but we were mixing up 300 milliliters at a time, which is one of those caulk tubes. So we would fill the caulk tube, come in, inject in the spots as far down as we could get, mix up another round, come through, do the same thing, and work our way around stitching it basically in place. It worked extremely well. Again, no stress with it. It just took a long time. If I were to do it again, I would probably, I don't know, I'm torn between it. Either starting really early in the morning when there's no sun out and trying that approach, or this did work in the end. I don't know really what's better from a time standpoint or a stress standpoint, but it worked. We're here, so that's all that really matters.